How's it going, guys? My name is Alex.
Good evening.
And welcome to another training tips video. I'll be talking about skill tokens and how we can actually achieve the best skills in a player. I have been so fortunate, finally I have managed to train double touch on my player of desire, that is Zinchenko. I wanted him to have all the skills that he's missing, and those are defensive skills, man marking and interception. I wanted him to get one-touch passing. I wanted him to get the fancy double touch, the special double touch that Neymar performs, Vinicius Jr. performs, and now Zinchenko can do this. And I had 5 slots. I filled 5 slots with the best skills for a player, and that prompted me to think about maybe making a video about how to get the best skills on the players that you have in your squad. Obviously, players like this one, Messi, or this Cristiano Ronaldo, they are player of the week cards. You can't really train anything on them. But legendary players, other featured players, you can. And that is where I think it's a good idea to get a player like Cancelo, for instance. If you want to get special double touch, the only skill that is missing is a soul control. More than anything, I'll be focused on explaining what skills I want to see in my players, other than talking about specific players, so that you understand. So first and foremost, a very important skill is one-touch passing, and that is where I trained one-touch passing on my Zinchenko over here, and I also trained one-touch passing on my Holland. Why is it important? Every player by default has one-touch passing ability, but this one-touch passing skill, apparently, if we believe what Konami is saying, that's where I'm getting there are cue cards. You also can get some help and tips if you go into a special help section in the game. But I'm talking about one-touch passing. Konami is saying that this one-touch passing skill proving the precision of one-touch passes. So the players that naturally don't have good passing abilities, like Holland, for instance, or my strikers, or my midfielders, if these happen to have no one-touch passing skill, or like every midfielder over here, I want to have one-touch passing for them. Wingers are optional. I'm playing this 3-2-3-2 formation. You can get it by just changing the formation, by the way, from the manager tab. It's not that difficult, but you can use any other formation. I've just experimented this formation that I found a lot of success. I got into Division 1. I'll be making a separate video very soon. I'm just talking about the players though. So attacking midfielders, center forwards, and wingers, of course, it could be cool. It would be cool to have one-touch passing skill. Why? Because oftentimes, if you can't beat your opponent 1v1 with skill moves, you want to pass the ball around them and make a run. So you pass the ball with Zinchenko to Cristiano Ronaldo. Zinchenko is making a run. By just forcing him a passing technique, you just force him to make a run. And that's where you want to have your Cristiano Ronaldo to have that one-touch passing skill to make sure that this through pass to Zinchenko for his run is a little bit more precise than usual. So for that, this card naturally, as a player of the card, has one-touch passing. So other cards, if you don't have one-touch passing skill on your, for instance, Bellingham, you would want to have that. But I think Bellingham has one-touch passing. Yes, he has. I trained through passing on him. Another skill that is really cool is through passing. So what you do is your wingers. Do you cross the ball? Do you like to play short passes? Do you like to cut inside and take a shot? It depends on that. But I would say your wingers, your fullbacks, and your attacking midfielders should have through passing skill. Very, very cool. I trained through passing on my Mbappe, and my Mbappe actually, by the way, it's not only has that through passing skill, it also has the super sub skill. I introduced him in the second half, and he's a beast. And that's what I recommend you to do if you have this overpowered player, Neymar, the version of Neymar that has been given to us for free. You can train the super sub skill on him as well. Some people were telling me in the comments that I'm just gathering the info from your comments as well, so that this is an overpowered player as is. If you get a super sub skill on him, introduce him in the second half, he's gonna be getting this slight boost to his stats, which is great, which is exactly what you want. So super sub skill is great. Through passing skill for your forwards, for players that are in attacking third, is really great. So if your players like attacking midfielders, it's important for them to distribute the ball, even if they don't have really passing in 90, because those players who have 90 passing, they usually have the skills which are responsive, weighted pass, through passing, pinpoint crossing. But if your player isn't really good at passing, these skills kind of compensate that. So through passing for your attackers, one-touch passing for attackers, midfielders. First time finishing is also important, so if you don't get that on your striker, but usually my strikers have that first time shot, is a very important skill as well. Other important skills for your defensive midfielders or players who are playing box-to-box playstyle but you want them to defend is man marking, interception, blocker, sliding tackle, acrobatic clearance, all the defensive skills that you would want to have on your defenders as well. So for instance, on this John Stones, which is a good card as is, it's quite pacey, it has good defensive abilities, has good good passing abilities as well. I trained it accordingly. It has interception, but it doesn't have man marking, which means when there is a pass inside the box, sometimes he'll be losing track of the player, and then I'm training man marking on him, and I'm kind of rectifying that issue, but still, it's not a perfect player, but at least that's something. So, sliding tackle, blocker, man marking, interception. These are the skills that you would want to have on your defensive midfielders and players who are operating in box-to-box areas over here, and on your defenders naturally as well, but most of your defenders should be having that. It's really unlucky if you don't have this man marking, interception, sliding tackle. Blocker would be nice as well, so you can get Rudiger blocker skill. That would be a good idea. And of course, aerial superiority for clearing the ball on corners is very, very important. So Rudiger is winning corners for me. He's scoring corners with his head, and he's also clearing corners. So if you don't have this aerial superiority, you can train that on your strikers who have good heading abilities, which if you like crossing the ball with your fullbacks, then train aerial superiority on your strikers, and they'll be probably winning more headers. So this is essentially the skill moves that I think are, like, I would say, really important. I finally managed to get double touch on my players. And how did I do that, and how I'm recommending you, like, not wasting skill tokens on the players that you're about to train. So here's the method. You're going to contract tab. That's exactly something that actually you guys suggested me to do. Like, I did that already, but you suggested me to do this with this exact player. It's all random still. It's not something that you really can control. Konami is, at this point of the season, they're not allowing us to train exact skills that we want. So I'm buying 0 GB players. I'm sorting these by price over here on the left, and just make sure that you have this arrow pointing upwards, and you buy this Raquel Lombardi. I had very good success with Raquel Lombardi. It doesn't mean that it's the only player that can do that. I'm purchasing him, costing absolutely nothing. Don't waste GPs. GPs suddenly, out of sudden, became a very valuable asset, as you have probably discovered, because you spend a lot of that on carrying over the skills or training the players. Then I go into my team, and from here I have the players. I have lots of, like, Raquel Lombardis, as you can see, because I have been training skills on them. So you can see I can go here. This is the player that has the blocker skill, actually very useful skill. So it is random. Like you can see, I had this Raquel Lombardis in abundance. I had like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like about 15 Raquel Lombardis, and one of them was exactly a Raquel Lombardi with the double touch. I must say that I spent much more skill tokens on random players, so I had luck with this one. And you're getting a skill token on a player, you save that player, you never know what exactly you're gonna be training on a player. But imagine if you want to give Rafa Varane this blocker skill. I don't even know if he has that. So I go to Legacy Transfer over here. From here, I'm filter the players by added skill. As you can see, blocker skill is available for 257,000 GPs. It's a little bit costly, but you can train that blocker skill. And for instance, if I'm confirming, now my Jadon Sancho will have this blocker skill, which is like, I mean, no, you don't really care about Sancho having a blocker skill. But it's just like for your understanding, that is exactly how you're building the skills around your player, how you're training the player, and ensuring that your player gets the best skills, and you're getting an overpowered team. This is the point of the season where I'm saving coins, as you have noticed. Probably I don't open packs, waiting for good players. At this point of the season, I don't really care about buying featured players. I have a good team, I think. It's just like I want to gamble a little bit. I want to get Adriano card, and hopefully it will be happening. I'm saving coins, as you noticed. But I'm building the team in a way where I don't really need better players, I just need additional skills to my players. And now that's the ability that I can eventually build the best player possible, because this Zinchenko card, such a great card. It has the pinpoint crossing ability, it now has man marking interception, so it will be helping me in defense. And it also has the special double touch. It's like a complete player. That's why I like him so much. He's great defensively, he's pretty fast for a left back that, like, it's underrated. He has good passing abilities, and he now has the man marking and interception, like, and one-touch passing and double touch, a special double touch. Such a great player. And this way I'm building one player, then I'm improving another player, and eventually I'm getting building actually my dream team. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope my tips were useful, and I'll see you next. Peace.